Hello, everybody. Welcome along. I think I can just about speak. We're doing a stream. I don't know what's going on. It's Sweden versus the Ukraine, and we are off the back of. Anyone see the game earlier? England beat Germany 2-0. I can't take the smile off my face. Unbelievable scenes. Look at my notes. It's pathetic. I've written 6 players on. Unbelievable. England 2, Germany 0. Anyway, it's Sweden versus the Ukraine that I need to focus on because they are literally about to kick off. I've got no idea what's going on. I've got no idea who's playing. The game's at Hampden. There we go. It looks like it. I know that much. And it's Sweden versus the Ukraine to face England. And forgive me while we bask in the glorious victory over the Germans. There's a lot of work to do, but forgive us while we enjoy this one. So, hi, everybody. Say hi in the chat. Hit the like button. If anyone else wants to take over the stream and commentate while I write down who's actually playing, please do so. This may or may not be the least professional stream we've done all tournament, but we've got to keep things going here on the channel, and we will attempt to do so as I'm a little bit giddy after the England win earlier. Sweden versus Ukraine. It's the last of the group phase games, and this is the game that tells us who will be facing England. We can say that with some certainty now. Goodness me. Hi, everybody. Screw it. Don't do your research. Just enjoy the day. Absolutely. We will try and do so. Sweden 0, Ukraine 0. I think we've done the Swedes and the Ukraines before. We've done virtually everybody. Now, this is game number. Oh, for God's sake, SofaScore has just changed the formation as well. That's really helped me. Look, should we just do this? Let's just do the teams up on the screen, shall we? And I'll try and scribble along as we go. And probably by about 20 minutes in the game, you'll get some sense out of me. There we go. So for the Swedes, Olsen in goal. 4-4 F-2. For the Swedes, Lustig, Lindelof, Danielsson, Augustinsson across the back. Forsberg, who's been scoring plenty of goals in the tournament, down the left. Larson down the right. Olsen, another Olsen with an O rather than an E. And Ekdal in the centre of midfield. Isak and Kulusevski in the front for the Swedes. And I'll try and do this while I write them down. It is Bouchan in goal for the Ukraine, who had a bit of a slippery game, didn't he? Can anyone even read those numbers, for God's sakes? It is Kritsov in the middle of the 3 at the back, with young Zabarny to his right, and Matvienko is the back 3. In the midfield, Stepanenko, Sidorchuk, and Shaparenko. So he's getting more and more scruffy as I go. Zinchenko, is he playing down the left? He's played central most of the time. We'll figure this out as we go. Zinchenko down as a wing back with Karasev down the other side. And a decent front two of Yarmolenko. Here come the Swedes, by the way. Forsberg trying to force his way through. Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk up top. Bit of a colour clash on SofaScore. They need to reset that, Chris, don't they? I literally cannot read the numbers. I've got my laptop down there. And we will attempt to make some sense. Well, I'm sure we're all very, very high on life. There's moments to enjoy football results, and there's moments to be cool and calm and figure out what's going to go on in the future. But this is one of those moments to enjoy it, isn't it? Sensational performance from England, who just absolutely nailed it against the Germans, didn't they? 2-0. And hopefully now the nation is behind Southgate and England. And the draw is opening up, isn't it? Any of us bothered if these two win? No, I don't think we are. We'll see what happens. Absolute limbs. We've just got the reaction video up. I wanted to get that up nice and quickly because people will enjoy that one over on YouTube. It was good fun for sure, wasn't it? It was nervy, but then enjoying those goals going in was just sensational, wasn't it? Hopefully I can show you. You can relive the moment with me. Have I gone too far? There we go. Looked a little something like that. You love to see it, don't you? Oh, yes. Anyway, so we get into this game now, and I'll actually focus on what we're supposed to be doing. Thoroughly unprofessional here, but after completely nearly destroying my vocal cords, which I do use to sing from time to time, we will try and get into this. The Swedes versus the Ukraines, the final part of the draw. Crossing from the left, nodded away by Matvienko. Edge of the box now, fed in looking for Forsberg. Knocked out wide again. Augustinsson forward well from the left. Headed clear. Zinchenko on the cover. Forsberg into the box. Sweden putting the pressure on. And the shot is blocked from Kulusevski. Up the top. Good start by Sweden in this one. I'm supposed to do a time sync. I'm supposed to say hello and all of that good stuff. Ah, dearie me. Southgate was a lot calmer than you. Yeah, good thing he's a paid professional, isn't he? But hey, I'm sure my reaction was quite in line with most people around the country today. What a performance. What a win. Let's hope it's not the peak of things. Corner into the near post from Forsberg. Cleared out. Wish everyone would enjoy it as much as you and your gang, Ben. Still seeing people moaning on social media. One YouTuber with thousands of followers. It's tricky, isn't it? You don't know whether people are just trying to be edgy. And I think sometimes people mistake being critical with being smart, don't they? It's like, oh, I'll criticize this. And then I think I'll sound smart. I'll sound edgy. But if your conclusion after that England performance is that they were rubbish, then, well, I wouldn't find that an opinion that had much credibility. It was a superb performance, wasn't it? Southgate got it bang on tonight. He absolutely did, didn't he? He absolutely did. Let's be fair, throughout the game, we were having people saying substitute Premier League Golden Boot winner Harry Kane and all that good stuff as well, weren't we? So, fortunately, we didn't. And here come the Swedes down the left, crossed in by Larsson, deflects up in the air. Larsson hooks that across. Up in the air it goes, easy header down for Zinchenko. I'll take that rubbish any day of the week. Me too. Absolutely me too. History making. Played the opposition. I think that's what people forget, that there is an opposition there with some really damn good players in their team and a winning mentality, the like of which no other nation has. Just sensational. Pickford did brilliant for Muller's chance. Yeah, Muller should have scored, shouldn't he? That was the moment where you're like, oh, why are we getting lucky here? Isn't it normally Chris Waddle hitting the post or Darren Anderton hitting the post? Here come the Ukrainians driving through the middle with Shaparenko. The shot goes through tamely wide. He's looking for some movement ahead of him. Just chill. Let's stay nice and chilled on this stream. We've got to do all of the matches, haven't we? Southgate goes from strength to strength, not being swayed by public opinion. Yeah, let's hope the nation and the naysayers get one over. Look, let's be honest, people are always going to talk absolute rubbish when it comes to England because A, it's football and they're emotional about it, and B, international football is hard to get your head around. There's not many games, and we always know people try and simplify football, don't they, in their analysis? They try and dumb it down to one player and, you know, oh, my analysis of this game is Harry Kane is bad. But we know it's more nuanced than that. And there are 22 players and 2 teams and lots of stuff going on. But there we go. Turned out nice again. Didn't it just? Inside to Yaremchuk. Oh, bit of space for Yarmolenko. Yaremchuk, good shake. And saved down to his right. I think Olsen thought the offside flag was going up. Chance for the Ukrainians there. Zinchenko knocks it inside. Do you think Phillips has been England's best player? I guess if you average it out, he possibly have. But you've got to start looking at Sterling now and saying it's not a fluke to just keep popping up with the opening goal in every game, is it? So the output of Sterling is just, I mean, and look, there'll still be people who think that he's not any good, despite the fact that not just any goal, but the opening goal every game. So there we go. 0-0 would be nice in this one, wouldn't it? We just stay nice and calm. I won't raise my voice at any point. Phillips was excellent, and that was one of the things that was really getting me grumpy before the game. People saying, oh, it's a back 3 and 2 defensive midfielders. What an absolute load of nonsense. Do you see how they were pushing forward and making the play and pressing like they were just going to sit there in front of the back 4 like Danilo and William Carvalho did for Portugal, just sit there? They did not at all, did they? Sensational stuff, wasn't it? Love the reasonable non-reactionary commentary. Nice to hear in this. Thank you, Louis. Very, very kind. BBC gave Sterling man of the match. UEFA gave it to Maguire. Maguire was excellent, wasn't he? Saka for that period between about 15 to 25 was good. Grealish made a difference when he came on. Shaw for the goal. Trippier up and down. Walker covering. Maguire was probably the pick of the guys at the back. There's a reason you probably didn't notice Stones, because he was probably very good as well. And Phillips and Rice did stand out doing that job. In the middle, here comes Forsberg bursting down the left. Forsberg crosses in, cleared out. Anyone want a time sink, by the way, in this one? Cleared out by Stepanenko, covering back. I like the way Southgate has mixed up his teams. Yeah. And we might see the back 4 again. And you know what will happen in the next game, don't you? If we're playing Sweden or Ukraine and he picks a back 3, all the moaners will be, oh, it's too defensive again. It's almost like we should just not listen to him, shouldn't we? Forsberg crosses in. England haven't conceded a goal. Can you imagine Germany got through 4 games and didn't concede a goal? Everyone would be saying they were impenetrable, weren't they? Germany were poor? Really? Tell me more about that, David. I don't agree with that at all. Germany were really dangerous for the first 10 minutes. Hummels was great at the back. I think Germany were very, very well dealt with is what they were. Havertz looked dangerous. Werner should have scored. Muller should have scored. They weren't clinical, were they? But it wasn't a case of Germany not turning up. Absolutely not. Thought you were going to pass out when we scored. I went full on gammon, didn't I? Bright red. I always go bright red when I'm screaming and yelling. Pickford was a mess. Pickford was great, wasn't he? Yeah. Here is Zinchenko. Time sink. We'll get a time sink. Always the way. Germany will beat us easily, but they lose, and suddenly they're rubbish. Of course, yeah. Same with Croatia, wasn't it? Croatia, they're dangerous. Really, really dangerous. And then we beat them, Croatia are done. It took Spain to extra time, didn't they? Right, we'll try and get you a time sync on 15 minutes, and we can watch this game together. As you can imagine, our minds are very much on England at the moment. As Barry Davis said, where were the Germans? Frankly, who cares? That was in a hockey game, though, wasn't it? Rather than a football match. Right, we're coming up 15 minutes, so I'll try and give you a time sync for this one. Here we go. For 15 minutes, 3, 2, 1, sync. Bosh. Makes a change for Germany not to turn up and be clinical. It does, yeah. Again, I'd be careful with the language. I wouldn't say they didn't turn up. Okay, they had 2 big chances and they should have scored one of them. But they by no means played badly, and they were well dealt with as well. They dealt with us very well, didn't they? Especially from their set plays. And in the big moments, we did the business, didn't we? Knocked inside by Yarmolenko. Swedes have picked that up. To only give Germany 2 clear-cut chances proves how well we played. Muller chance should never have happened. Yeah, they hardly played through us, did they? But yes, the Muller miss. Normally scores them with his eyes closed, doesn't he? Here is Lustig. Can't wait to see the papers in the morning. The problem is, Amanda, the papers will go completely overboard, won't they? It's coming home will be the headlines, won't it? Whereas the truth is that it was second phase performance, very efficiently won, on to the next, really, isn't it? That was almost the problem in 96, because they smashed the Dutch to pieces, didn't they? Everyone really got carried away and expected 4-1 in every game. Clipped in, looking for Isak. Cleared away, Zinchenko can't quite get there. Liam, can you do the maths? How many Atalanta players have we got left? We got one in this game, haven't we? Or was that Matvienko? No, is he playing centre-back, Matvienko? Possibly. Being defensively solid doesn't mean not conceding chances. That's impossible at this level. 4th clean sheet says it all. Yeah, you're going to concede chances. You've got to ride your luck at times, haven't you? And as long as you're not conceding chance after chance after chance after chance, that's not sustainable. But let's be honest, go through the games. Croatia, Czech Republic, Scotland. Scotland probably the ones that look most like scoring, other than the Germans. The Germans should have been on the score sheet, shouldn't they? But you got to give Pickford credit for the first one, haven't you? From Werner, Muller should have scored. He really should. I mean, Werner should have scored, but it was a good save. Whereas Muller put it wide, didn't he? But defenses win tournaments. You won't win it without the defense kicking in at some point, will you? Here's Isak. Into the box, hits the shot. Oh, keeper's done there. Isak coming in off the left-hand side. Curls that one right-footed. Are all the group of death out? They are, aren't they? That is incredible. France, Portugal, and Germany all out before the quarterfinals. I think I had 3 of them in the semi-finals. 3 of those 4. So wrong and so happy to be wrong. Goosen's gone. Enjoyed it. Yeah, he's a good player. Look, come on. Let's be honest. Once we take the sheer terror of playing the Germans out of the equation, Neuer has been a great goalkeeper. Hummels was excellent today. Kimmich and Goosen's are great. Kroos is brilliant to watch. Goretzka's an interesting one, isn't he? Muller is a joyous player. So stacked with quality still, those Germans. But let's not look at this round's predictions. Oh, God. Well, how many am I wrong on now, for goodness sakes? I think, like most of us, I had the French to beat the Swiss. I did go with the English to beat the Germans in the end. I think that was more my heart than my head talking. Uh, 20 minutes gone in this one. I'm frankly not paying attention. Too giddy talking about England. There is a big switch of play out to Zinchenko of Manchester City. Knock back. Here's Shaparenko. Matvienko. Does Matvienko play for Atalanta? Brian, can you give us the 5 Atalanta players that are still there? We need these people in the tournament. Czech and Denmark both beat us near the end of last year. Well, I'll give you the Danes, but we beat the Czechs last week. So that one overrules that one. Who are the 5 players, Brian? Let us know. Just watch the Bloom limbs. The Bloom shredding his vocal cords bit. Pickford done amazing not to let Muller score, playing it over the top of him. Yeah, there was still a big gap to his side, wasn't there, Nick? But yeah, let's not get on Pickford's back. He's been spotless so far. And I think just as fans, we've just got to stay calm because we haven't conceded a goal. When we concede a goal, we've got to not panic. No one's made a mistake. When someone makes a mistake, we've got to not panic and we've got to not pile in on them. And great news that Harry Kane scored. And hopefully people will understand the use of Grealish now and bringing him in at that point. Soften him up. Sidorchuk switches the play out to Matvienko. Zinchenko, there's a third man runner there. I think Yaremchuk was offside. We need a Ukraine wonder goal. At the moment, Robin, I'm so spent that I could see a 45-yard bicycle kick go barring in, and I probably wouldn't even bat an eyelid. I'm done. Oh, dear. Missed your limbs as I jumped out of the air in row Z of the front room and ended up in row A. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do you reckon he'll go to 4 in the next game? Against the Swedes, yes, if they get through. Against the Ukrainians, I think it'll probably be a 3, won't it? Although there is an argument. Leave it. There we go. Pacina, Toloi. Who does Toloi play for? He's not French, is he? Frilla, Marla, Miranchuk, not Matvienko. There we go. Voice sounding a bit rough today. You're telling me. You are telling me. Here's Forsberg for Sweden. Larson. Larson goes home to Olsen. Hit like. And let's see where we are. 17,594. We're really close to 17,600 subscribers here. So if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And I can change that. I've got to go that way, haven't I? Beep, 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 beep. I can change that to 17,600. 24 gone in this one. Don't really know what's happening. We'll bring the numbers up and that will tell me what's going on. Is Yarmolenko. Did he get fouled there by Lindelof? I think he did, didn't he? Yeah. Free kick to the Ukrainians. Goes short from Christoph to Zabani. And Zabani goes home. First two are Italian. There we go. Wasn't Matt Bianco the name of the name? I don't know. Sounds like it. Yeah, God, we've got to talk about Patrick Vieira. I was supposed to do a whole piece, for God's sakes, on Marcus Schopp as well. I got it all prepared. Maybe we can try and do that at half time. I just don't know if I've got the energy now. I'm spent. Game number, what did we do? 23 in the group stages. This is number 8 in the round of 16. Game number 31 here on the channel. Unbelievable. Can see Mount coming back in the quarters. Southgate loves Mount. The only thing I hate about the England game was the fans at the start booing the German national anthem. Well, if you plug your earphones in and do a stream, you don't get to hear that. I didn't even know that had happened. I think someone brought it up. Clipped in there for Kulusevski. Couldn't quite get on the end of this. Zinchenko zipping down the left-hand side. Knocks it inside. Am I not on the HD? Do you know what? I'm not on the HD channel again. Why do I keep doing this? Right, TV guide. Where is BBC One HD? Idiot. The picture is so much better. I don't know why they do it. Big clearance, headed big winner by Lindelof there. Shaparenko could drive forward by Yaremchuk. Zinchenko. Shaparenko. Lovely ball by Shaparenko out to the right. Inside, Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko, clever ball. Zinchenko! Oh, my voice is gone and I can't scream even though I want to. It's a great goal by the Ukrainians. And it's Sweden 0, Ukraine 1. And as things stand, a goal by Alexander Zinchenko would mean that England would face the Ukrainians. It's a really well-worked goal. It's a beautiful pass by Yarmolenko with the outside of his foot. He really wants a shot here, Yarmolenko. You can tell. Look at that for a pass. If he meant that to go to Zinchenko, that's the assist of the tournament. That was Pogba-esque, wasn't it, by the finish as well. If you want to have a look at a half volley technique, have a look at that by Zinchenko. Tell me in the chat, does Yarmolenko mean that to go to Zinchenko? If he does, that's a stunning pass. And look at that. Get your knee over it. Get your head down. Olsen doesn't do a lot wrong. And there is Andrei Shevchenko. He would have finished that one, wouldn't he? It's a great goal. And it is Sweden 0. Ukraine 1. A beautiful build-up and goal. I hope your voice will be back. My voice will be back tomorrow. Don't you worry. The vocal cords are strong here. See if Sweden move the bus now. They might just have to, mightn't they? Ukraine goal machine. The dark horses. Let's hope they're not as good as we as we don't want them to be. This is a problem now for England after you beat the Germans. Free kick to the Swedes, which Augustinsson and Seb Larsson are over. Larsson, clever from Larsson. He goes for the old Joe Bryan playoff final trick there. nearly catches Bouchan out. Pretty good effort that, actually, I have to say. It's a very good effort. Good save. Good play by Larson. When you're trying that shot, all you can hope is you have the surprise and it's going somewhere near the corner. Good goalkeeping by Bouchan. Really good effort by Larson. He's no Patrick Schick or Joe Bryan, though, is he? Augustinson puts the corner in, and Bouchan, who's just had a very, very good 30 seconds, makes the save. Milk and honey for the vocal cords. Oh, yes. Zirac, we need to get an amp for this. I've promised when the season starts up and I'm actually earning some money again, we'll get a little amp and we can add some tunes in there. Practice my arpeggios. I bet I couldn't even sing an arpeggio. Ha, 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 ha. Won't get a ha, ha, ha. I think low is going to be better. There will be nothing over C above middle C there, will there? I've got a rehearsal actually on Thursday, but I'm only playing the piano, so nice and easy. Josh with the $64 million question. Let us know in the chat, who would you rather, Sweden or Ukraine? Sweden or Ukraine? Someone clip that. Barry White, Johnny Cash, yeah? Well, I hear the train coming round the bend. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. I can't get that low. $31 on the clock. Free kick to the Ukraine down the right-hand side. Who do you guys want? Ukraine? Ukraine. Wind of change. You'll be lucky. Sweden, you know what to expect. Bit of quality up front in both sides. I like Isak and Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk are very good, aren't they? Here comes a free kick for the Ukrainians. Flicked at the near post. Yarmolenko chest down. Oh, Yarmolenko, that opened up. And the far post was open there, wasn't it? See, this is the answer I like. Where's Helen's one? Don't mind. Who cares? We'll play whoever. We're coming up 32 in this. Sweden 0, Ukraine 1. Zinchenko of Manchester City, the goal scorer. Lindelof. It's going to go across. Oh, Forsberg has come deep. I like the relaxed Ben stream. I'm done. There's no energy left, Amadeus. I'm trying to keep it up. I'm on the Peroni, although it's the last one. I thought I'll buy 4. That's a sensible number of beers to drink, isn't it? 2 for the first half, 2 for the second. That was our cup final. Yeah, we don't want to peak though, Jake, do we? And Glenn's right as well, isn't he? Let's be honest. We should have our sights set on the final. And the final would be a one-off game, wouldn't it? But it could be Sweden, Ukraine, and then one of the Czechs or Denmark. And we've already beaten the Czechs, and we know all about Denmark. And as much as it was very sad, their best player was Christian Eriksen, wasn't it? Who scored the penalty against us at Wembley, didn't he? I think you're back to Wembley for the semi-finals as well, aren't you? Danes in Copenhagen would be hard, wouldn't it? There's a nice one round the corner by Shaparenko, given away by Stepanenko. And there's a foul on Kulusevski in the centre circle. See, I like this from Zirac. I won't read it because I don't want to tempt fate, but I like the idea. Yeah, we did lose to Denmark at Wembley recently. There's 2 red cards in that game. Can someone bring that up? It was Maguire and then Reece James got red carded after the final whistle, didn't he? I'm trying to think. I know Eriksson stuck the penalty in, didn't he? Throw in to the Ukrainians down the left-hand side. If ever there was a rascal, it's Thomas Muller, isn't it? Thomas Muller is a World Cup rascal. How many goals has Thomas Muller scored at the World Cup? Is it over 10? Forsberg chests down. Forsberg knocks it inside. It's fed out to Larson. Larson tries to swing the cross to the back post. A clever little touch away by Karasev. Sorry, Karavayev. My bad. If you saw my handwriting on here, you just about can, can't you? You'd know why I can't read it. Here's Forsberg. That's a great tackle there in central midfield. But Lustig's got it down the right-hand side. Lustig puts the cross in. It's easy for Bushan. And the Ukraine are playing this quite nicely now, aren't they? 10 for Muller in the World Cups. Sensational. I think Miroslav Klose took Ronaldo's record, didn't he, in the World Cups? Although didn't Miroslav Klose score like 4 against Saudi Arabia? Is that right? Goal's a goal, I guess. Who's got the record in the Euros? It's Ronaldo now, isn't it? I was talking about Brazilian Ronaldo for the first time. Portuguese Ronaldo in the Euros. Down the line goes Ekdal. And the Ukraine are frustrating the Swedes at the moment, and they lead 1-0. Italy, Belgium, another heavyweight to go. Absolutely. There is a small matter of Spain as well. Although, we suspected it would be France or Spain going through from that one. But Spain and Switzerland is the quarterfinal. There's a replay of Zinchenko going mad and shushing everyone when he scored. Ekdal. Olsen. Lustig. Oh, nice knockoff by Isak. Olsen chases in. Good clearance. And Ukraine sort of sitting in at the moment, and whoever it was asked about the Swedish bus. Are they going to move it? They have, haven't they? Committing runners from central midfield, particularly fullbacks going forward a little bit, and the massively dull Swedes that we saw in the first game against the Spanish, not present when they're in the knockout phases here chasing a deficit. Got my voice back. Not for a day or two now. No, struggling. Oh, that's fed through. It's broken for Larson now. Edge of the box. Larson chips to the back post. Isaac leaves it. It's recycled. Big winner there is Matvienko. Heads it away. And honestly, there's something coming here for the Swedes if they keep on like this. There really is. It would have to be a real backs to the wall display from the Ukraine. I'm not saying they're not capable of it, but it's all Sweden at the moment, isn't it? Michael makes the point that if the Euros had happened when they were supposed to happen, it would have been very, very different. I suspect that's the same for most countries, but it does seem to have benefited England than being delayed a year. Especially the emergence of Foden, and Grealish has had a great season as well. Phillips has done a year in the Premier League. Shaparenko. Inside it goes. How's that live subscriber count doing? Let's have a look. We are 5 away from 17,600. Brilliant stuff. Forsberg. Isak, nice little knockoff by him. Kusilevsky. Ooh, no penalty. Referee says fair contact there on Kusilevsky against Matvienko. Yeah, I suppose they just kind of run into each other, didn't they? Referee Auzathoth of Italy says no penalty. Here's Shaparenko. Pings it out to the right-hand side. Karavayev. Back into the centre, and Stepanenko. Matvienko. Back to Stepanenko. Bit of a rare attack in the context of the last sort of 20 minutes for the Ukrainians. Just going to sit on the ball here, try and draw the Swedes out. Shevchenko's plan is working beautifully now at the moment, isn't it? They almost don't want the ball, do they? Been perfectly happy defending. Not that Shevchenko knew anything about defending, did he? Although he did play for AC Milan for many years with Nesta and Cannavaro and Cafu and Maldini in the back four. Decent, that. Here's Lustig for the Swedes. Lindelof. Danielsson. Nice work down the left. Big winner is Kristov in the middle of the box. Kritsov, difficult one to say that. A Y, a T. Sorry, a Y, a V, a T, and an S in consecutive letters there. Just to test my pronunciation. Isak, Forsberg. Forsberg drives the shot. Oh, it takes a deflection. And who gets the goal there? The Swedes have equalised. Looked like it came off Isak on the way through. Forsberg wants another goal for the tournament, but I think that's going to Isak. We'll take a look in just a second. Forsberg gets congratulated. The ball very much changes direction, doesn't it? Isak to Forsberg. Oh, no, I think it hits a Ukrainian. So I stand corrected. Yeah, my bad. Hits Zabani on the way through. So it'll be another goal for Emil Forsberg, won't it? Just deflects above the keeper, and it's Sweden 1, Ukraine 1. And they have been attacking for the majority of this half since sort of minute 15, 20 or so. And probably a deserved equaliser there for the Swedes. How many goals has Forsberg got in this tournament now? Anyone got the nutter? 4 in 4. There you go. Stand or sit corrected. Always stand corrected. Always. Russ, go watch the Bloom Limbs. Ha, you love it. Just before half time as well. Forsberg gets his 4th of the tournament. Bring you the top scorers? I think we can if I click some buttons. There we go. And there they are. You can't see him, can you? There we go. Let's do that. The great Cristiano Ronaldo is top scorer with 5 goals. Schick, Benzema have both got 4, although Ronaldo and Benzema they're at home walking their dogs, aren't they? So Schick and Forsberg now both on 4. Some of the others there have gone home as well. Lewandowski, Van Alden, Seferovic is still here, and Lukaku and Sterling very well still here. I'm not battered, Russ. Only my vocal cords are battered. Ugh. Nightmare. Give the goal to the eventual golden boot winner, Mr. Owen Goal. What are we up to on Mr. Owen Goal? It's 9 now, isn't it? Goodness me. Half time. Sweden 1. Ukraine 1. And I know you're just all going to want to talk about England at half time. What is Freddie Lundberg up to? He's in all sorts of trouble. He's hiding his coffee. Deary me. Oh, sensational. Right. Shall we do the numbers? I suspect they're going to come up looking quite nice for the Swedes, don't you think? Let's have a look-see. Half-time 1-1. Oh, it's fairly tight. They don't go massively in their favour. Let's have a look. So Sweden down the left, Ukraine down the right. 51% possession to the Swedes, 49. So very, very tight there. The XG, Sweden 0.37, Ukraine 0.52. Very little in it in that. 6 shots to 5 and whatever. 2 shots each on target. 3 corners to 0 gives us an indication that territory has been with the Swedes. However, a lot of that was after the Ukrainians had taken the lead and sat back in, which kind of skews the number a little bit, doesn't it? Although, look, it is what it is. 1 big chance to 0 in terms of the Ukraines. That probably wasn't the goal, was it? I think we are seeing the goal now. It's a beautiful pass by Yarmolenko. And I suppose it was quite close in, wasn't it, on the angle? Maybe that was the 1 big chance that SofaScore have picked up. No, it wasn't actually, because they say it was missed. And that one, obviously, was scored. What are we saying in the chat here? Goals. We're being blessed in that department. Plenty of them. You love to see it. Right. See you guys. Shattered. Might go and watch Love Island. Go and enjoy Love Island. What time is that on at 9? Some light entertainment to end the day. Lovely stuff. Hamza, about a minute behind, but I'm ploughing through. I take the spoilers over being a minute behind in the chat. Well, there you go. You can pause me, of course, although the chat won't pause, will it? Good point. If England would have lost, your feelings would be in bits. But as we won, it's peaky. There we go. Nicely done. Tweedledum and Tweedledee, hey? There he is. Look at that. And he does streams. Lovely. Can someone do a GoFundMe for a £700 ticket for the semis? Someone do it. Go on. Ashley Williams has an alien on his head. Oh, interesting. Hugh, assuming your vocal cords are damaged from all the scenes earlier today, they are limited, let's just say. Very, very limited. Only 2 0-0 draws so far. Now, I know one of them is Sweden versus Spain. Would the other one be Italy versus Austria in 90? I'm trying to think. Southgate has learned to be like... there you go. Very nice too. I made those words. Check out England Fan in Denial. A silly song that I made.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh, really, Siri? That's nice. Sore throat from earlier. Dead. Dead on arrival. Right, let's get some chat going, get some questions in. I'm going to take 2 minutes in a sec. And you can get some questions in for me. Yeah, Sammy Amiobi to Middlesbrough. Sounds Warnock-ish, doesn't it? And Forest clearing out the wage bill there. I could try and do a bit on the Barnsley manager at halftime, but let's be honest. I'm just going to talk nonsense at the moment, aren't I? So probably not worth talking about. England, Scotland, yeah, of course it was, yeah. Have I ever lost your voice in your gigging days? Yeah, on stage as well. Actually, I went to a gig and I'd been ill and I could barely sing. I could sing a bit, which is worse than not being able to sing at all because you just try. Are England fans still in denial after that? Yeah. England fans will always be either way too optimistic or way too pessimistic when the truth lies in the middle. Does Grealish start for me now? Probably not. No, not yet. I think they stick with him as a bench option, being as they've kept winning. Depends on the opponent and whether they're going to do the three at the back again. Knowing Southgate, now he's done three at the back and it's one against a big boy. He probably just sticks at three at the back and starts the same 11 and works sort of backwards from there. So we will see. Right. I'm going to take 2 minutes and then I will return. Freddie Lundberg's having a lovely old time, isn't he? I'm trying to think of some Swedish alcohol that he's probably been consuming at the moment. Anyway, we will see you back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. You can buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is Sweden 1, Ukraine 1 in our final group game. I've just realised we could go to extra time, couldn't we? Do I not like that? We're just seeing the highlights. Look at the limbs at Wembley. Oh, will you look at that? Grealish just stands that up. Harry Kane. 2-0. Beautiful. Saw Thomas Muller's missed chance as well. It was quite something. I love how calm Raheem Sterling was in his interview afterwards, as if it was like, well, yeah, I scored again. That's what I do. Let's have a look here in the chat. I just saw your reaction to the England game. Didn't leave my bias at the door. No, that was disappointing, wasn't it? Feels very relaxed watching this. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to extra time, though. Fancy going and hanging out with the missus, to be honest. That sounds fun. Do you know, I thought about a biscuit, but I said hello to Shaylee and went to the toilet, and that was that. Chicken curry. That sounds nice, doesn't it? I had a little pepperoni pizza in the gap between games. Lovely. I saw and heard so much negativity, pessimism and vitriol towards Southgate before this game. More than the other three. Shut a lot of people up. I mean, yeah, he won't shut them up, will he? That type of person. Their ego comes ahead of logic, doesn't it? So they'll want to be proved right, even if it means England ultimately losing. And then they can go, oh, everything's rubbish. But I said everything would be rubbish. So, yeah, that type of person, I'm afraid, come on, England, it's coming home, is never gonna admit they're wrong, are they? That's just the makeup, isn't it? A Belgium-England final. Should we have a look at the brackets? We haven't done it for a little while, have we? Let's stick them up. Bosh. There you go. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Here they are. I should probably move out of the way. There I am. I could do that view. No, you don't really see a lot if I do that. Let's go like that. There we go. So Belgium versus Italy is at the top of the draw. Switzerland versus Spain. The heroic Swiss go against the Spanish. Sweden, Ukraine is currently 1-1. And the only outcome we are awaiting in terms of these quarterfinals. And did anyone mention England beat Germany earlier? Unbelievable. England will face either of these sides. And then if they were to win in the quarterfinals, it would be Czech Republic or Denmark. And back to Wembley. It's Rome for the next game for England on Saturday. Feeling nervous? I've just processed in my brain that we're actually all going to have to get together and do this all over again and be equally as nervous again. Remember, it was the Swedes in the World Cup quarter-final, wasn't it? And England managed to get through that one. Who scored in that? Was it Dele Alli? Can't remember. Seems a long, long time ago. There we go. All clear after a kidney scare. Oh, nice. Good to hear that. Good to hear that, Gaz. I hope you're okay. Glad to see the England supporters getting behind the players. Yes. I'm pleased with Southgate. Been vindicated in his selection choices, but also the fact he's banished a few demons. Let's hope it works that way, doesn't it? I'm sure it's still kind of the thing that defines him, isn't it? So they might have to go a little further in terms of banishing of those particular demons, but it's a start. It's a real start, isn't it? Extra time and penalties. Absolutely not, Iain. They can get themselves tired in another way. I want to chill out after this. Nerves to come. You know it. You absolutely know it. By the way, you can follow me on social media. Have a look down there. On Twitter, at Benjamin Bloom. Instagram, just type in Benjamin Bloom on that. We've got a page on Facebook if you prefer to use Facebook. Then you can contact me at benjaminbloommusic@gmail.com. If you want to support me in a financial way, you can do www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. Get yourself a bit of extra content. You can support monthly over there. Help us out here. We got a few irons in the fire with the writing, with Football 365 and tribal, but we're trying to bring in money and do this full time. We need your help. Look at that. There's the penalty shootout from France, Switzerland. I should have deleted that before the England game, shouldn't I? Let's delete it now. Away it goes. You can buy some merchandise as well. Benjamin Bloom merch.store to grab some merchandise. Great way to support and represent our growing community, which is up to, on the glorious live subscriber count, 17,599. Although YouTube does funny things where the number goes up and then it goes back down again. But it sounds like we're close to 17,600 over there. What else are we saying? Should England win their quarter-final tie? Southgate would have taken England to 3 semi-finals, World Cup, UEFA Nations League, and hopefully the Euros. But I thought he was rubbish, Michael, and too defensive and all of that stuff. There we go. I'm not going to get into the booing of national anthems. Not really helpful, is it? I wouldn't get too vexed by all of it. I think it's just football fans being football fans. But hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Second half, Sweden won. Ukraine won. We have kicked off. And here are the teams. For the Swedes, it's Olsen in goal. Lustig, Lindelof, Danielsson, Augustinsson. Forsberg, the goal machine. 4 for him in the tournament. Ekdal, Olsen, Larsen, Kulusevski and Isak up top. For the Ukrainians, Bouchan, Zabarny, Kristov, Matvienko, Zinchenko and Karavayev are the wing-backs. Sidorchuk, Stepanenko, Shaparenko midfield. And a very handy front two of Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk. Anyone guessing which club has the most people left in the tournament? It would have been Bayern before today, wouldn't it? Who's through? Manchester City had... Manchester City got a few Spaniards and a few English. It might be Manchester City, mightn't it? Juve have got a few Italians, but not sure other nations. Is it Manchester City, Brian? There's a nod down by Isak. Isak wins it back on the edge of the box. It's now back with Olsen, the 20 in central midfield. Augustinsson, Forsberg. Forsberg goes back up the line. Danielsson's good stuff from the Swedes here. Olsen, little clip in. Kulusevski didn't need to head at that. He took it away from his teammate, but the Swedes have won it back. Dynamo Kiev's a good shout, isn't it? Especially whilst the Ukrainians are still in the tournament. Kulusevski trying to wriggle his way through, and the Ukrainians get the clearance. Yarmolenko, good hold up from him, and out it goes to Zinchenko. Zinchenko flies down the line. Zinchenko crosses, going to go all the way over to Victory Town. Karavayev. Yarmolenko, good play by Yarmolenko, really good stuff. There's a good clearance in there by Danielsson. And out it goes. There you go. Dynamo Kiev. 10. Maybe not for long. We'll find out. Can't believe Portugal win was 5 years ago. How time flies, hey? Where were you? You remember where you were, hey? Which house you were living in? What job you were doing? Here's Karavayev down the right for the Ukrainians. Attempted back heel by Sidorchuk. Pretty bad one, but they've gotten away with it and won the ball back. Sidorchuk has got it once again. Stepanenko. Decent period this for the Ukrainians. Zinchenko coming in off the left. Shaparenko. Matvienko. Shaparenko, Zinchenko, back to Shaparenko. Slow build up, but let's be honest, for that last period of the first half, it was all Sweden, wasn't it? Bye to Mr. Radio Freud. And Amanda is off to watch Love Island with her daughter. You love to see it. Day 2 of Love Island now, after its debut last night, hey? Say what you like, that show gets big TV ratings. Forsberg. Elson clips that forward. That's poor from Shaparenko in central midfield. Forsberg wins it back. Oh, you're not going. You were just saying bye. Right, I get it. I get it. Thought everyone was leaving me for Love Island. For a bit of light entertainment. I wouldn't blame you after today, hey? Lustig, Lindelof, Elson, Forsberg. Forsberg plays it wide. Larson. Larson inside. Lindelof, Isak. We'll give you time sync in a jiffy. Danielson, Lindelof, dummied by Forsberg. Given away, and the Ukrainians just boot it down the ground and nearly get Yarmolenko in behind. Olsen, the keeper, getting out and headering away. Ukraine doing a Sweden. Part of the furniture, there we go. Mr. Radio Floyd's here for the long haul. Here's Zinchenko, oh, nice little clip in behind. It nearly gets Shaparenko in there. And there's the clearance. Ukraine win it back. Nice little back heel by Yarmolenko. Karavayev. Zabarny. My Love Island was Wembley. Lovely stuff. Oh, stop it, England. Don't take Love Island seriously, for goodness sakes. It's quite an interesting portrait of human psychology, actually, Love Island, I think. Crossed in, cleared away, and the shot is drifted wide and by Stepanenko. Watched every game apart from 60 minutes of Sweden. The Swedes will do that. I never did 3 in a day, I have to say. 3 in a day I find tough. I did that during the playoffs, 3 games in a day. I remember the middle one, Sunderland-Lincoln, I was flagging badly. It's because Brentford and Bournemouth were so mental. A little slip there, and Augustinson pounces on it. Here's Forsberg coming in off the left. Forsberg inside. Larson drills a shot, not far wide. I have not got my voice back. If you notice, I'm being very, very gentle with it. Can't wait to watch my reaction. Some good moments in there. We clipped them out, actually. I managed to do that in between the 2 streams. The moment England beat Germany, you can find that on the channel. All good fun, hey? Here is Zinchenko. Karavayev, Stepanenko, hoiked up in the air. Zinchenko wins the header, and he goes loose to Sidorczyk. Ukrainians looking better in this half than the tail end of the first half, where it was all Sweden. Here's Yarmolenko down the right. Yarmolenko into the box, knocks it back. Oh, how close was that? Sidorczyk arriving, hits it with the right foot. He's swinging the shot inwards, and it hits the outside of the post. Oh, goodness me. Unlucky. Oh, look at that. The keeper's completely beaten. And it hits the outside of the post. Oof. Ooh. Oof. Indeed. Sorry, at half-time, Ben, that bias was out of the window. Out of that window right there. That's where it went. What are you going to do, hey? I can only imagine what Ben is like when Ipswich score a win. What's that like then? I don't remember that happening. Here's Yarmolenko driving against Danielson. Kept thinking about prediction, Germany knocking us out. Yeah, that was at the start of the tournament. In my round of 16 predictions, I did predict England to win. Oh, here comes Forsberg. And now the Swedes hit the post. Incredible. Incredible. Both sides hit the post within minutes there. Incredible. Good effort by Forsberg, who's filling his boots. Oh, that is so unlucky, isn't it? Sidorczyk's hit the outside of the post. Forsberg just kisses the front of the post and slides wide. Oh, Big Brother early days was classic. They've had to... there's been so much reality TV since Big Brother took over. They've had to kind of hone it all in. But let's be honest, the whole thing was always about relationships and people getting together, wasn't it? So I guess Love Island has honed in on that side of it very, very effectively with their concept there. Hamza, don't talk to me about Royal Mail. I'm not very happy with them at the moment. Apparently something was delivered to my house at 10:43 yesterday. I can't find it. Nothing on my Ring doorbell, which videos anybody who comes up to the door. So either somebody's got my parcel and they're keeping it, and I don't know who that is, or my neighbour's got it maybe, and they're just being really slow and useless. They'd have given it to me by now if my neighbours had got to them, wouldn't it? Annoying. Game opening up, very much so. Danielson goes home to his Lindelof. Oh, it was very much Royal Mail. We know the Hermes man actually around here. He's very nice. Here's Danielson. Into the channel it goes for Isak to chase. Larson sweeps it up. Larson knocks it back. Olsen drives forward from central midfield. Good play by Olsen. Forsberg. Forsberg helps it through. Augustinsson. Oh, good clearance. What great defending there by Matvienko. Sweden can play, can't they? Do you know, I saw Sweden's first game against Spain and I thought they were the most dull, boring side in history. But they're not, are they? They're pretty good. And they've certainly grown through the tournament. Very good from Forsberg, although, to be fair, the defensive line from the Ukraine, who was that? It was Christoph, was about 3 yards behind everybody else, weren't they? Could have very much played Augustinsson offside there, but didn't quite manage to pull it off, did he? Here is Olsen in central midfield for Sweden. Ekdal. Ekdal's clipped it over the top. Isak is in and he's missed. Oh, time stood still there. I think, did the flag go up? It's clipped over the top. Let's have a look. It's very tight. I think he's just offside, isn't he? Shades it wide. Anyway, Shaparenko's coming off. And the Ukrainians are going to bring on Malinovsky. Number 8 for number 10. And Shevchenko is the first manager to make a change. Trying to make a move just to stay in the game. Who does Sweden's number 10 play for? Forsberg, Red Bull Leipzig. Ukraine's on the ball. Sidorchuk, who hit the post just before Forsberg hit the post in a very dramatic couple of minutes. Just a few minutes back now. Here's Ekdal. Ekdal to Forsberg. Forsberg. Yeah, Larson. Olsen. Ukrainians deep. There's a big switch of play looking for Augustinson. No good. I've had so many people tell me about Cobra Kai. We'll do something on the Barnsley manager in the morning, Marco, I promise. I promise. Who would I prefer to play? Ukraine, probably, I reckon. Oh, but here they come. Sidorchuk, back post. Sidorchuk stands it up. Oh, he tried to do a floaty chip over Olsen's head, but he stood it right up, and the Swedish keeper makes the gather. Yeah, Parks and Rec. You know I like Parks and Rec. I always wear my Ron Swanson jumper, don't I? What a legend. Modern Family. I watched a lot of Modern Family. I don't know if I ever completed all of it, actually. And then I would have to start at the beginning again because I like to do things in their entirety. I'm still doing Cheers, by the way. I'm on season 4, towards the end of season 4 of Cheers. So we're getting all that done first. And I do want to watch the second series of the thing with David Schwimmer in. Something Intelligence, Central Intelligence, I think. On Sky. That looks good. Saw the first season of that. Very entertaining. Here's Forsberg. Kulusevski is back into the back four. Good press by the Ukrainians, and they go all the way home. Olsen. Best theme tune. Yeah. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Do-do-do-do-dum-dum. Please let this match go to pens. I'm not on that boat, AJ. I would like a nice 90-minute game here, and I can go and hang with the missus. I think I'm a bit in the doghouse. Too much screaming, and then I did some editing in between the games as well. I'm in trouble. No extra time, please. Here is Isak. Is he going to win it back? He is not. Nice little backheel flick by Olsen. He's played well, the 20 in central midfield, hasn't he? Christopher Olsen, not Olsen, of Krasnodar. Foul given. Having to say good night. See you, nappers, Mum. Thank you for joining us. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Stop making me sing that. Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-dum. How do you join to be a patron? Oh, I should probably plug that if you're interested in joining. Here we go. Patreon. Join up with a great group of members over at www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Support the channel on a monthly basis. We had someone sign up earlier today, actually, so it's been a good day for Patreons. Who was that? Let's give him a shout out so their name gets heard. Corner to the Swedes, by the way. Hugh signed up. Oh, big leap at the back post. It was Ekdal. Oh, driven in from the corner of the box there. So good save by Bouchan. It's Kulusevski, excuse me. Get me S's and me L's mixed up. Good strike that. Good save by the keeper. Equal to it. Ben's relationship and sleep status versus knackered team in the next round. It's tough. Oh, it's tough. We know what the greater good is, though, don't we? Well, that slipped through. It's a big counter on for the Ukrainians now. They have got 3-4. The Swedes have got loads back. They've played it quite well. But Yarmolenko has got it. It came all the way through to him. And I think he's trying to shape the ball in at the far post. Yaremchuk with just a nice little knock on there. Here's Yarmolenko. It's by no means an easy chance. He's got to do the reverse Thierry Henry there and curl it into the far corner. Much like Kulusevski tried. I've been to the Cheers bar in Boston. I want to go to the Cheers bar. That sounds sensational. Oh, Tony Cruz has retired, has he? What a career. Take a bow, Tony Cruz. What a player. And a World Cup winner with the Germans, of course. Isak tries an incredibly ambitious pass to get Seb Larsson through on the far post. Okay, we are at 67-35 in this one. Sweden 1, Ukraine 1. And we're, I guess, in sub mode now, aren't we? Ukrainians have made one with Malinovsky coming in for Shaparenko. All 14 Bayern players are out of the tournament. That is incredible. And they've got some players, believe you me. Unfortunately, a lot of them play for France, Germany, and one very good for Poland. Here's Forsberg. Forsberg comes inside into the box. It's brilliant from Forsberg. Oh, that is so unlucky from Forsberg. He's having a great tournament, isn't he? Comes inside too, curls that. Keeper, nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And Forsberg smashes it against the crossbar. Kulusevski's been yellow carded, but how unlucky was that? What a great strike that was. Keeper's totally beaten. He curled it around Sidorchik, I think, closing him down. Look at that technique as well. Both feet off the ground. Hits the bar. And Forsberg's transfer value is going up and up and up and up. How old is he? He's 29, so he's not at the high value resale age, but he's certainly catching the eye, isn't he? All of the Group F teams are no longer in the tournament. Incredible. Forsberg is Red Bull Leipzig, isn't it? Emily, happy with the Penny signing. Can you help me out with that, Emily? Because I haven't seen too much of him. I saw him play a few times for Sheffield Wednesday, but I'm guessing dropping to League One means that it might be the right level for him. Matt Penny for he's just signed from Ipswich from Sheffield Wednesday. You let me know if you got your Wednesday hat, and I'd be interested in your view over mine, to be honest. What else are we saying? Forsberg for Leipzig. An under-the-radar career. Decent player for League One, I would reckon, attacking fullback. What I'm hoping, Emily, is he's going to be like Cal Naismith was for Paul Cook for Wigan, where he can just play all of those positions up the left-hand side, just be a reliable guy. So Paul Cook loves his 4-2-3-1. And yes, Raheem Harper as well. Ipswich have signed 6 players. Now, it's under Salford goalkeeper as well. They are frankly behaving like Wolves did in the Championship under Faux Sun and spending lots of money on salary, I think. So see how they can mess that up next season. But yes, the penny has most definitely dropped. But thank you. If like Emily, you're a Wednesday fan, let us know what you think on that deal. Of course, Wednesday are in League One now as well. So he's moved essentially to a rival. Here is Ekdal. In comes the cross from the right-hand side. Easy gather for Bouchan. Yes, Brentford 3, Bayern Munich 0. Someone tell me, am I right? And is this stat still valid? That Inter had a player in the World Cup final like every World Cup final ever. Is that still valid? They must have had one in the 2018, didn't they? Was Perisic there in 2018? Is that right? That stat that Inter have always had a player in the World Cup final. Ipswich linked with Crooks. That might be a difficult one to get done. Mustn't it? Thoughts on Vieira going to Palace? Good luck to him. Interesting one, isn't it? I must admit, I'm not an expert on Vieira's. Loved him as a player, but not an expert on his management record or what type of football he plays or what his teams look like. What I do know is from listening to Simon Jordan on the radio is that whenever Palace have tried something that's not Hodgson or Pulis or Allardyce or whoever, it doesn't tend to work out well. And what's the crack with Marcondes being released by Brentford? Contract ran down. Bit of a luxury player, Marcondes. Very skillful. Very good in a big game, in a playoff game as well. But he was never a starter, was he, in their 3 midfield system? Always Janel and Norgard and Jensen. De Silva are always ahead of him. So, yeah. Marco, you legend. For the price of Asani, he's joined the Patreon. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much. From 1982, was it, Inter? They not have anyone in 78? Who was in the 78 World Cup final? Argentina and Netherlands. Here is Karavayev. There's one into the channel. Good nod down there. Here's Yarmolenko on the right. Yarmolenko into Yaremchuk. Yaremchuk really wanted to touch it back to Yarmolenko, but he was well marshalled. Edge of the box here, and the shot is hit in by Stepanenko. All blocked. Here's Malinovsky. And across it goes to Zabanyi. Karavayev tries to get it up the line, but it's back with Zabanyi. And the Ukrainians just knocking it about the back now. Oh, Bayern since 82 as well. Interesting. Here is Yarmolenko. Nice little jink. And it's back up the line. Here's Karavayev. Ukraine just building up a good bit of territory now. Back in the 70s and before, yeah, pretty much, didn't they? You'd get the big names. You'd get a Nayskins or a Cruyff playing for Barcelona, wouldn't you? Or a Maradona playing for Barcelona. But in the main, I'm trying to think of all the Inter players. Obviously, in 1990, it would have been Bremer and Klinsmann and Mateus. They've all been there in 1990. 1994, Italy were in the final, so go figure. 1998, Ronaldo was in the final, wasn't he? He would have been at Inter at that point. 2002 was Germany and Brazil. I'm trying to think of any Brazilian players playing for Inter at that point, or any German players, in fact. Someone will give me a list, hey? I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but Ben remembers who played in the 78 World Cup final. Yeah, I've watched a lot of nerdy football videos, haven't I? You love to see it. Interesting story about that 78 World Cup final, isn't it? There's a lot of rumours about government... how can I say this without libeling myself? Government involvement in the result with Argentina winning, but I'll say no more. Here's Lindelof. Patreon Christmas party. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Hey? Save Ben from another half hour's football. It's been an emotional day, hasn't it? And they're just advertising the quarterfinals, which start on Friday. Bring it on. Switzerland v Spain, and then Belgium v Italy. And then on Saturday, Czechs v Danes. And then England go last. Here's Forsberg trying to slip it through. Here's Olsen. Ekdal, Forsberg. Danielsson. 78 gone. We are heading for extra time. Unless Kulusevski trying to bustle his way through there. Here comes Yarmolenko away. Is there a late goal in this one? Yarmolenko surely fouled. Ekdal just held him up. Was it in 78 where Archie Gemmell scored that goal for the Scots? Was that the right World Cup? Hamza, yes, you can be the barman. We'll get it sorted. Sounds fun, actually, a Patreon meetup, doesn't it? There you go. Marco Red has signed up on Patreon. Thank you very much, Marco Red. Very, very, very kind. Matvienko plays that one down the line. Here's Zinchenko. Zinchenko knocks it inside. Cleared away, but Zinchenko's going to get another go now. Although the Swedes have won it back. And here's the excellent Forsberg. Ooh, Forsberg plays it pretty much through Matvienko. Should have stopped that, shouldn't he? And it's cleared. Ipswich Holiday Inn. Sounds good. We'll have to find a central venue. Did I ever have a drink for your super chat? Oh, thank you, Jay. That was right at the end of the show, wasn't it? Can you see that little bubble in there? Thank you, Jay. Jay with the 1966 themed super chat. Thank you very, very much, Jay. That came right at the end of the show, didn't it? My bad. Thank you very, very much, sir. Our dearly departed legend, Jay. Had to be done. Another big team out after Belgium, Italy. Well, if you think about it, by the time England play, one of Belgium or Italy is going to be out. One of Switzerland or Spain is going to be out. And one of Czech Denmark is going to be out. There's only going to be 3 teams left by the time England play. Who will they be? Here comes a substitution for the Swedes. Pierre Bengtsson is going to be coming on of VA Bold Club. Excuse my ignorance. I'm not a connoisseur of their work. Emil Kraft, we know about him because he plays for Newcastle, doesn't he? Is coming on. $81.45. Yes, there's a lot of allegedlys about this, isn't there, Michael? The slightly yes, tainted. Thank you for putting the allegedlys in there. Mario Kempes did score. Did he score 6 in that World Cup? A prolific scorer, Kempes. Goodness me. 300 career goals and 20 for Argentina as well. What a player. This was before Argentina basically turned into Maradona for the next, well, 15 years. Thoughts on Daniel Ballard to Ipswich? Well, Daniel Ballard was going to Millwall, John Walk. Yeah, there you go. Thought Ballard was having a medical at Millwall. That was my understanding. Oh, let's not get into that. It is my understanding. Don't you hate it when people tweet that? I understand that. Shut up. Just tell us what you think, for goodness sake. So the substitutions are done. Bengtsson came in for Augustinsson. And Lustig came out. And Kraft came in. So I guess, let's see if they've gone the same sides and just swap both the fullbacks. So Bengtsson is going to play down the left and Kraft is going to play down the right. Chat's a bit different to the last game. We're nice and chilled now, Iain. Although we could do with a goal to stop this going to extra time, couldn't we? I fancy all being done and dusted in the next 5 minutes. Finding out who England's opponents are. A yellow card is out for Forsberg. Foul on Stepanenko. Loose arm. Ouch. Yellow card for Forsberg, who has been excellent, hasn't he? Swedes look done in. It's such a unique situation when you do get into these extra time ones, and it is very much a case of managing stamina, isn't it? Stamina and emotional control. You have to be so cool and calm to win a game in extra time, don't you? Goodness me. Would I get a Southgate tattoo? I'd have to ask the missus. I think I'm only allowed this one, though. I need to get permission. Here is Krissy. Wide to Karavayev. Back inside to Zabani. And home it goes. Save Ben from extra time. Yes, please. Throw in for the Swedes, 86-25 on the clock. And it's back with Olsen, the Swedish keeper. That's tremendous. Shaylee's brother is called Gareth, so that might work. Gareth. Good old Welsh name, that one, isn't it, hey? 87 on the clock. Sweden 1. Ukraine 1. Malinovsky and the Ukraines win another throw-in. Raheem Bloom. I like it. Through it goes to Danielson, who steps out looking for Isak. Given away, and Matvienko. Drives forward. It's gone back in. What does my better half do when you're doing all these watch-alongs? Various things. Obviously, being heavily pregnant, there's not a lot she can do. Malinovsky is offside. She was in the bath until a few minutes ago, I think I heard. Although she's going to figure out the extra time situation in a minute, and I'm going to be in even more trouble. Love Island. When does that start? Is it 9? Oh, God, it's 9:43. Danielson, Ekdal. Out he goes on the right to Kraft. Into the box is Kulisevsky. And his shot is blocked from the right-hand side. Oof. Sterling Bloom. Raheem Bloom. Bloom. Atalanta Bloom. Extra time looms. Nice. Corner for the Swedes, 89-25 on the clock. Anybody for a late goal? Isak and Ekdal and Danielsson and Lindelof all gathered at the back of the box. Here it comes, right-footed from Larson. You ain't going to score with a corner like that. Easily headed away by Zinchenko. Ooh. Ukraine breaking away there. Didn't quite get there. Jed. Thank you very, very much. £10 super chat, Jed. Legend. I would drink to you, Jed. Oh. Some flat lager in the bottom of that glass. That didn't taste good, did it? Thank you very much. Now that's interesting. I'll make sure Shaylee sees that one. I think she'd quite like that. Calvin Bloom. Gareth, Alfred, Bobby, Raheem, Harry, Jeff Allen, Declan Bloom. Bukayo Bloom. We have a winner. Calvin. Brilliant. Stop it with the names, you lot. Oh, there we go. I see what you did. Football coming bloom. Lovely stuff. Stop putting England players' names in front of mine. Here is Forsberg down the left. We are into the 2 minutes of stoppage time. This is going to extra time, isn't it? Blur. What are you going to do? Oh, that's that Duncan's idea, was it? Goodness me. Here's Lindelof. Bits Bloom. Brutal. This game has died a death. Maybe over that last 5 minutes. And there you go. We have reached full time. Guys, I'm going to take the incredible step here. I'm going to end the stream now, and we're not going to do the extra time. There you go, Marco. I vote we let Ben off get to see the last. I've got to go and see my my pregnant missus, who I haven't seen for the last 5 hours or whatever, and look after her. So keep an eye on extra time for me, and we will be back, no doubt, tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Dearly departed stuff. I'll figure out what we're going to do on the channel tomorrow, but we'll definitely be back for the quarterfinals, which of course will be on Friday and Saturday night. So I hope you all understand. Thank you, everybody. We've done 90 minutes, but I'm not going to be able to do 120 tonight. Please keep your eye on it and tweet me what's going on. But thank you, everybody, for watching. It's extra time. We don't know who's going to be playing England. It's Sweden 1, Ukraine 1. And did we mention earlier on, it was England 2, Germany 0. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your understanding. Enjoy the limbs in extra time. And it's a big over and out from me. And let me know how this one finishes off. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.